welcome to LGBT Africa channel. My name is Priscilla Phillips. I am the convener and founder of the LGBT Africa Network. And in today's video, I have come with a very interesting conversation. But before we dive into this conversation, I want to ask a very important question that I have personally been curious about for a while, and and more so in this recent experience that I had with another queer woman who was sexual harassive, with you know with with their access into my space um, as an opportunity for them to it wasn't even an expression of their interest towards me. It was more about um, taking advantage of being in the same space with me to perpetrate whatever ulterior motive they got going on, because the primary reason for bringing me and them in contact was for the sole purpose of elevating queer voices. And so I had um, they had wanted me to have an update of their pictures or profile within my space, especially on the LGBT page at the time before the page went down. and and I'm like, okay, that can only be possible with another interview, of course. And then this is how primarily they were in my space. So this means that I had interviewed them before. Now, yes, I had been the one to approach them to approach them for my interest, to have them interviewed as a queer person and as a queer voice, solely because they are also Nigerian living in America. And then this could serve as some point of inspiration and motivation to other Nigerians to know that it is okay to own your sexuality. Besides, it's your body, it's your genitals, it's your vagina. So why would you not be the only one detecting what it's done with, right? And they having this access to my space was just it was just an opportunity for them to begin to be manipulative about whatever interest they had going on with them. And so, that being said, they are not the only person who has done that. Some other queer woman, a lesbian in Ghana, had also perpetrated such behavior with me. Is a predatory behavior, and apparently, what these two women have in common is that they are both Sagittarius. Yes, Sagittarius lesbian women. Um, being said, I personally don't find any Sagittarius interesting or sexually interesting. For one, because they are masculine energy. I'm masculine energy as a Gemini. I'm not just a Gemini, I'm a May Gemini, which is primarily the masculine part of the Gemini as a whole. And so, and then for all the many reasons that I just don't find, I just, within my person, my vibe, my vortex, I just don't see not a Sagittarius person sexually interested for me, or for whatever reasons beyond what I've mentioned. So, so you see that this conversation has been begging to be held, and it's been long coming for me, because I've also been observing a lot of sexual inappropriation within the queer space, within the LGBT plus community in Nigeria, and my experience in Ghana as well. I was opportune to be in an NGO space here in Nigeria, in Asaba, and the things that came to my hearing was repelling. So it had made me begin to see how better I can have this conversation in a way that it pulls in the community as a whole to participate, and also bring bring the desired solution, bring the desired awareness into it. Because now is the time to begin to tackle these things or have conversations around these things. And so, this question or this important question of my own personal curiosity is, how do you as an individual navigate unwanted sexual advances that is made towards you, sexual passes, romantic or whatever pass is made at you? And in most cases, these passes or advances can be made indirectly or passively aggressive, where you as an individual, you're not even aware, that this person has such things in mind or such interest in mind or whatever it is. So for me, the question is how do you as an individual, um, how do you navigate yourself in an experience or in an unwanted sexual advances? I mean, we've had conversations as a society at large when it comes to sexual advances between male and female, irrespective of your sexual orientation or sexuality, right? So I think it's more paramount that we begin to have this conversation within the closed space of the LGBT plus community, so that we begin to address on time unhealthy and inappropriate sexual behaviors, specifically in how it relates to one person to another. It has to be consensual. It has to be, and I see this happening mostly with older women or older people, whether it be in a male or a female. You're an older queer. I see it happening most of the time. Okay, most of the time. The one in Ghana, she was younger than I am, so I'm older. So what? But I've seen, but most of the time, what I've heard is usually this, I have come to now just conclude that anybody can be a sexual offender. I've talked a bit about this story of mine on my personal YouTube channel, Priscilla Phillips TV, so you can go there and just tap on a bit of the story, because I'll be having a full-fledged conversation on this channel because in an LGBT context, and I want to share it on the channel. I'm going to be showing you emails that went back and forth with this person, so you can catch it and see that this is a premeditated behavior of this person, and it's possible that the allegation that was laid on this person from South Africa might have been true, because this person has done this before with someone else in close proximity with them. In their own situation, it was that this person was a studio assistant. So there are people who would drag you in and say, oh, come and work for me, only to just get themselves access to you to sexually assault you. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying, and this is what the conversation is about. I'm gonna be dropping names. I'm gonna be making sure that all the NGOs and bodies are seeing it and are aware of who this individual is, so that when the time for justice is carried, it will be carried truthfully and in justice of it, right? So before we go into all of that journey, all of that conversation, hot, juicy, and very holding accountable of people's behavior, I want to be able to ask this question: how do you, as a lesbian, as a bisexual, as a transsexual, transgender, as an intersex, and as a gay man or woman in general, how do you, as an LGBTI plus person, navigate unwanted sexual advances? And the second part follow question is that, is there any is are they on sexual are they unwanted sexual advances when it comes to the LGBT plus community? Meaning that, do same-sex people, is there a thing one is there anything unwanted sexually when it comes to the same-sex community? Because when the situation of me and this lady in Ghana happened, a lot of people came from my other Facebook and were like, "Oh, I thought you were lesbian. How come you don't like this person?" So there's this perception that all same-sex people must have sex with themselves. No, there are preferences. We have preferences. We have types. For some people might not have preferences and type. I have a preference. I have a type. Okay, I'm demisexual. like I'm cybersexual. I'm a lot of layers of things. There are things I like in a person. For example, I'm big on people's characters. I'm big on people's characters. I'm big and fucking big on people's sound mind and everything. And then when it comes to physically, I am attracted to feminine. Like the femininity of a woman is so alluring to me as a person. So whether it be because I'm masculine energy or not, it really don't matter. I have a preference and I like to stick with my preference, just the way I like to stick with my boundaries, just the way I like to stick with my rights. And then that brings me to the third part, is that what are the boundaries between same-sex individual with the LGBT plus community? Are they boundaries? Do you have a boundary? Do anybody, can you just because somebody is same-sex, does that give you a right to just touch their body? Because I have an experience this thing with a woman. Does that give you right to touch their body? Does that give you right to touch somebody else's body? So this is a real conversation I'll be having. Again, I'll be dropping names. I'll be showing you receipts, emails, especially my most recent encounter with another queer woman. So again, let me know what your thoughts, what your comments or comment when you see this video. Hopefully I will be trustfully I will be more here often, being able to, because I also have a personal channel, so being able to cater to this channel individually and without mixing up the conversation, because most of the conversation I have and I hold are conversation that are very generic to both homosexual and heterosexual people. So yeah, let me know. And then if this is your first time seeing this space, again, my name is Priscilla Phillips, aka Lord. I am the founder and initiator of the LGBT Africa, now called My LGBT Africa. So you can head out to the LGBT to the Instagram page where you can follow and then keep up with the conversation I'll be having. I'll be having really really hot conversations, and a lot of people's feeling will be crushed. I'll be calling names like I used to. Those who know me before now, 8 years, 10 years down the line of the LGBT being public, I was one of those who have conversations and brought up LGBT matters on the commercial, on the public eye. So yeah, let's get into this deep dive conversation on appropriate or inappropriate, sexual um, or wanted or unwanted sexual advances, and then we move from there. All right, so see you in my comment section, and of course in the next video. Bye.